on our MyFitnessPal, we're literally going to plug in the calories that we burn here minus a couple hundred there. You know, that's what you're going to be shooting for. And then with that, that's going to give you all the figures that we need to be shooting for every single day between all of the different nutrients. And so every time that we eat, we just log in there and basically figure out what food we just ate. For instance, if you went to Subway and got like a steak and cheese sandwich, you type in 6-inch steak and cheese sandwich, and it already subtracts it from the total calories that we're going to be trying to take in every single day. And so with that, you're able to manipulate kind of your calorie intake depending on your goals that way. And then with this, you're able to now find the gaps that you guys are having throughout the daytime for each nutrient. You know, if, for instance, you start to realize, you know, a couple of days that you're logging and you're like, oh wow, I'm super deficient in my protein. That's where you can use supplements to your advantage to fill those gaps. And same thing with carbohydrates, same thing with fats. That's what supplements are there for. You supplement what you're missing, but you don't know what you're missing if you don't figure out the figures you're missing. And so this gives you a solid base on to figure out where to start structuring your diet depending on your goals and how you can use supplements to your advantage. And then other than that, guys, that's basically everything we have for you in a nutshell. Do we have any questions about anything?
All right.
There's some, I mean, I know I've done this in the past, tracking nutrients and all that stuff, but maybe give them some sample meals. I stepped away for a second. Did you guys?
Yeah, so with meals throughout the day, I mean, you basically, your goal is one thing to, a lot of people miss out on breakfast. So breakfast is one of those things you don't have time for, or you're not hungry, which most of the time you're not hungry because you're in a routine of it. Your body is a creature of habit. When you get a routine of not eating in the morning, your body kind of gets used to it, so that's why you're not hungry, but you need it. Basically, again, you need protein to get your metabolism going, to keep you anabolic. So like breakfast-wise, perfect breakfast is like, you know, 2 to 3 eggs for a female or 3 to 4 eggs for a male. That's the protein you need. And then having, depending on if you work out that morning, you know, having some toast or having like some bagel or some oats, that kind of thing. Usually I shoot for about a half cup of each, like one piece of toast or half a bagel. Again, portion size is the big thing. That's kind of your perfect breakfast. And then that's where, again, like Ethan said, supplements fall into play too. So like for me, I'm not a big fan of breakfast. You know, I don't like breakfast food a ton. So that's why I do a protein shake. You know, having protein shakes are super crucial to basically get in protein quick. You know, it's not a heavy meal. It doesn't take much time. You mix it up, boom. And that's where we have stuff like, you know, like level 1, which is more a slow digesting protein, breaks down the weight of food, better for meals. So that's a good option too. And then like you guys tried the 1 bars. Those are also a good option for quick protein. Basically eat that in the morning, you know, grab it out the door. You get the protein you need for your body to be fueled, keep you anabolic, help you basically burn fat, that kind of thing. So again, breakfast is huge. And then eating throughout the day, you want to have protein in your system about every 2 to 3 hours. That's kind of what your body needs to basically let it know that you're eating healthy, that you can basically burn fat and build muscle, which we want to do. So every 2 to 3 hours, we want to get protein in. So like a snack between breakfast and lunch. You know, snacks, almonds are really good. Beef jerky, deer jerky, string cheese, cottage cheese, hummus, tuna. Like those are all really good options. Light protein stuff we can get in. Again, the protein bars are a good option, or a protein shake. Just something protein based to basically keep you fueled. And then for like your lunch and even your dinner, the big thing of those is portion size. So for most males and females, you want to shoot for about palm-sized portion of protein. So males, that's usually about 5 to 7 ounces. Females, about 4 to 5 ounces of giving your protein. So chicken breast, you know, lunch meat's good too. Big thing with lunch meat is stay away from like bologna and salami. They're a lot higher in fats and stuff, which you just want to keep low. So like ham, roast beef, turkey, those are all really good options to have as a quick sandwich. And then with carbs. So depending on whether you're trying to cut, build, whatever. If you're trying to cut, you usually want to keep your carbs about a half a cup at each meal, or if you're trying to build, about a cup to a cup and a half, which includes, like again, the stuff that's on there, you know, rice, baked potato, sweet potato, you know, your whole grain stuff, or even if you have a sandwich, bread is fine. The big thing is just getting like whole grain bread, wheat bread, just because it's going to be more of a complex carb rather than simple like white bread. And then vegetables. So vegetables is one thing like we all know about a ton. There's good vegetables on there. Vegetables is a great way as a filler if you're cutting to basically get some food in. It's also super crucial for nutrients, basically get minerals and stuff like that. even if you eat a ton of basically like vegetables, I still recommend a really good multivitamin. Just because multivitamins have a lot of minerals that our body can't get or make itself. And with today's foods, they're so processed, it's hard to get those minerals. So with multivitamins, those are good. Big thing with multivitamins isn't necessarily the brand, it's the form. A lot of multivitamins are hard-pressed tablets or gummies, which aren't bad, but those kind of multivitamins are processed so heavily that your body won't break them down. Like I was looking at x-rays the other day of a guy who had like hard-pressed multivitamins in his stomach for like a month. Like they didn't go nowhere. So you gotta get capsules. With capsules, they're soft capsules, they break down a lot better. You get those, and we have stuff like Infinity. So it's not super loud and clanky. It even says vegan capsule on there. This is a really good one that's going to break down very well. So that's something I'd always recommend no matter how well you think you're eating, just because you need those minerals to function properly. You know, between lunch and dinner, usually if you're working out later in the day, this post-workout stuff is considered a snack. So between lunch and dinner, you want to get protein and keep you anabolic. If you're working out later in the day, or even if you work out in the morning, consider something like that as a snack. Because you're getting macronutrients there. You're getting your protein, your carbs. That's a snack there. And then again with dinner, dinner's pretty much the same as lunch. Getting that portion size, you know, palm-sized protein, half cup to a cup of carbs, you know, fist size about. And then as much as you want the vegetables again. One thing a lot of people don't know, vegetable-wise, like corn and peas, they're a lot more starchy and they actually break down to carb. So if you, I'm not saying don't have corn and peas, but if you do, substitute those for your carb in your basically. But besides that, your broccoli, you know, green peppers, all that stuff, really good fillers, good nutrients. And then with dinner-wise, especially if you're trying to cut, I would try not to have carbs after about 8:30. That's if you go to bed around 10 to 10:30. Just because having carbs very close to bed, again, they break down very slow. So when you fall asleep, you're not active, you're not really burning anything. So it's going to be stored a lot of that as fat. But it's totally, I even recommend having protein before bed because that's going to basically give you amino acids to keep you anabolic during your sleep, which I do recommend having protein before bed. But again, late night snacks is always good, like the almonds, beef jerky, string cheese, the protein bars, protein shakes. Greek yogurt's a really good one too. The big thing with like yogurts, you want to get Greek yogurt just because regular yogurt's usually so low in protein, high in sugars, it's not good for you. So Greek yogurt's high in protein, low in sugars. Then you don't necessarily have to get the plain stuff. It is a little bit better if you get the plain stuff, and I usually mix protein in with my plain Greek yogurt to flavor it up. But you can't get the flavor kind. Okios is a really good brand by Gannon, Light and Fit. They're pretty low in sugar and high in protein. But those are good options for just quick snacks of the day or maybe late night snacks. That kind of thing. So that's kind of what I'd recommend on a daily basis for your meals and snacks and stuff.
And we just can't really stress enough, like the figure that we have in your MyFitnessPal that you calculated for yourself, make sure that you put yourself in a slight deficit if you're trying to lose, and make sure you're hitting those numbers on the daily. And there's no reason why you won't start reaching your goals because of that. You're manipulating the nutrients that's driving your body and doing every biomechanical process in our bodies every single day. And that's literally through the nutrients we take in. And so that's the big stressor right there, guys. I mean, calories are everything. And so making sure you're on top of that and knowing kind of what to be shooting for so we can start meeting those goals. Plain and simple.
And on that app too, on the FitnessPal when you track it, there's like you can scan barcodes, you can look stuff up. It has a huge database. Like it even has all our proteins and stuff in there. But you can scroll down to the bottom. There's an option where you can click your like diary, where it shows you the calories you had, but it also shows you the macronutrients. It shows you how many carbs, how many fats, and how many protein you get out of those calories. Because it's very easy to hit the calories you want, but if you're getting all those calories from carbs and fats and you have no protein, that's still bad for you. You know, you got to track your calories, but you also got to make sure you're hitting the right nutrients too. And there's an option on that app, that's why we like it so much, is to scroll down and check to see what actual macronutrients you're getting. And it shows your sodium and all that kind of stuff too, which I wouldn't stress about as much because they don't play as big of a role as the main three. So that's why I just track on those for sure.
Do you have any questions about anything like on the app or anything like that? On like how to make sure that the calories in there are going to be able to put you in a deficit? Or has everybody kind of got that figure already put in there?
I just really don't have the time. Yeah, I'm running a business. I don't have time to sit there and
yeah. And that's where a lot of times the best option, of course, and this is one of the hardest ones, but the best one is meal prepping. That's one of the best ones for sure. And it takes a lot of time, especially having a family and stuff. It's very difficult. But that's just like the night afterwards. You know, the night afterwards, kind of playing out. Just think about your next day. You know you're gonna have a lot of stuff going on. Just think about where you're gonna fit in meals or where you're gonna fit in the shake, and you can always kind of just check and just make sure you're hitting that roundabout range for sure. I mean, it's just pre-prep.
it's really like on Sundays and trying to prep all over.
Yeah.
on Thursday, I'm like, I don't want to.
Just kind of give it up. And that's where we have a lot of stuff. Protein shakes fall into play, of course, and then like these brain chains that you guys try, these are good to like drink throughout the day to kind of keep you anabolic. But a lot of times we have a lot of people that do, and this is kind of crazy, but like I even do, like we have like, you guys heard of 218, like the Royal 21 and those kind of things. Those are something that I do regularly, and honestly, I don't have a ton of weight that I want to cut, but it helps me keep me on track. Just because, again, at the end of the week, you're dead, you're tired, you don't want to do squat, you don't want to work out, you don't want to eat right, you want to go to McDonald's and get a burger instead of having to cook food. That's something that just keeps me motivated, it keeps my energy levels up, keeps me focused. I mean, that's just something I recommend a ton for a lot of clients. Again, if you're trying to lose fat, it's another thing that will help a ton with metabolism as well, but that's just a mindset thing too.
That probably wouldn't be a problem if I had like a microwave and I could warm up.
Yeah, you can throw it in.
Sweet potato for 5 days in a row is just
Super difficult. Yeah, you get burnt out
or
with
a burger or fried chicken.
the same stuff over and over again.
You know, I don't want to slop it in barbecue sauce, you know.
Yeah, cover it up. And new thing too, I don't know if you guys been in the store recently, but we do sell barbecue sauce now that is very low sugar. That's good for you. And we also sell a ton of seasonings now too that I put on everything, so it makes your food taste different, makes them taste better without being a ton of sodium, high potassium. Those again are good options to kind of flavor the food, so you can switch it up sometimes. It might give you a little bit of an edge. But yeah,
Get all that sugar. I mean, we've done a strict payroll.
yep.
Get all your sugar out of your system. And food stuff tasting a lot different because your palate is so
Changing.
Yep.
So
Yeah, you get to the point where you don't even crave the bad
now I
stuff.
just taste sugar. I'm not convinced.
So what I would recommend really is just finding, like 4 to 5 meals that over time that will fit those macronutrients in your counter there, And so with that, you're just redoing basically those types of meals that you already have programmed that you already know is going to fit those nutrient values for yourself. And so now you're not really stressing yourself about logging everything because you're hitting the numbers off those meals that you've done set up for yourself. And so now you're able to basically just control everything rather than having to be, just stressing about the numbers here and there. You already know you're setting yourself up for success now.
And that's one of the things, and I'm sure Debbie's talked to you guys about it too, but like Go for Fit Fuel, I mean, it's a company based out of Colombia too, and it's one of those things where it's not super like smart to have it every day, you know what I mean, for every meal, it's cost effective wise, but again, it's not super expensive. I think it's like, it ranges between like $6 to $8 for a good meal, and it shows all your macros and stuff on there. That's a good option for, times when you're too busy at work, and like the microwave and stuff too, but basically having those are good options for when you don't have time for food, or there's a time when you can't get them, basically go cook something just to have super easy too. So those are a backup resource as well.
A little tidbit on like these guys here. Jared already kind of hit on that. The main focus on these guys are really, you see this number here, your resting metabolic rate? That's kind of what it's going to be shooting for. It's going to actually just make sure that this is just a little bit higher than your natural metabolic rate. Just because as people age, as we stress ourselves, our metabolism starts to drop, and so that number starts to decline. And that's what kind of supplements are there for, is to make up for the regression that your metabolism makes over time. And so it's just there to keep your system burning more calories and keeping this number as high as we can make it.
Yes. Good question.
Okay, I need to tell me how to avoid free food that I am offered every day.
Mental. It's something you have to
Like
decide.
donuts.
It's something. It's
I really love donuts.
one, again, those help with energy and stuff like that, help with metabolism. I don't know if you try the new Royal 21. It's a lot more tame, but that's a mental thing. I mean, that's something you have to decide every morning when you wake up, and that's the toughest part of all of this. It's literally mental. What you decide to do every day, you have to decide how bad you want your goals, and if you really want them. That's the tough part, most definitely. It's all about
Have you
perseverance.
ever had a donut?
I have.
Type a donut in on your MyFitnessPal, you may not want it anymore.
Yeah.
I tried, and they talked me out of it.
Watch Fed Up. And then you'll see.
Hey, yeah, that's
Oh,
a good
yeah.
one.
Yep.
And if you type it in on your MyFitnessPal, you'll probably be.
Oh, I do.
You
I put
probably
it in
wouldn't
there.
want that much more in there. And so, but that right there, that's an easy app to use to your advantage. And now that you have the knowledge to figure out your calorie expenditures, you can basically manipulate yourself over time depending on if you're trying to build size or even down at any given moment.
Like my problem is like 2 days that I'm on a budget. And so I'd love to be able to go and buy all of this stuff, but I just and so trying to find different things to plug in besides this stuff, you know, it's harder for me. I'd rather just buy it and scoop and go right
Set.
yeah, you know, but I was single and
Well, that's what you could just kind of take that little paper there and mix and match, you know, and make meals out of it. You could do it fairly cost effective, you know, just buying in bulk, such as rice and chicken breast, or whichever protein source you prefer. And you can just literally make meals. You don't have to use supplements. Supplements are there to bridge gaps that you're missing. And you'll be able to figure that out pretty quickly by logging your numbers probably within a week or so.
And that's where BCA falls too. It's really something that we